Welcome back to the Gulthias tree. This is session number 10 entitled Strefania. At the end of last session, we were closing out with a specific direction, but I forgot to mention something on the in-between, between the location that they're leaving and the location that they're going. As you're traveling along the road, the old King's Road, it kind of winds and bends through a hilly area, the low-lying hills of Mount Stormseye, the big mountain to the south of where you are. On the way there along the road, there does appear to be an offset to the road that kind of heads up one of those hills. And at the top of the hill, in the mists, you can see the shadow of what appears to be an old windmill. Um, you have the opportunity to go and investigate that if you so please, or you can continue on your path towards the town of Strefania. It is something that I forgot to mention because it's kind of small on the map.
Might be interesting.
Let's check out the windmill.
That's
The windmill.
a couple for windmill. Okay.
Don Quixote style.
Don Quixote. Starvey Giants.
So on your
all the literary references.
so on your approach, you will see that it does look like the windmill is probably about 50 or so feet tall. It looks like the vanes or the blades of the windmill are kind of broken and tattered, but they do still appear to be functioning. As you're approaching it, you realize that you're approaching it from its front face. You can see that there's a door. About 5 or 10 feet above that is a window. And that first bottom section, which you presume is about 2 stories, at its top it has like an addition to it, the tower proper, with one window set in its length, and the top of the tower has kind of a ornate but very broken up and cracked, but ornate kind of top, or not too dissimilar to like old Russian style structures. Like if you've seen pictures of like buildings from Moscow, it's the kind of top that I'm going or explaining here. It's got a kind of look to it.
Onion.
Yeah, onion or like a Hershey Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks to be, other than the creaking sound of the windmill, it does look like it is derelict.
You could have slept here.
If you approach a bit closer, you'll see a raven kind of flutter down to a small, what looked like it might have been a balcony at some point, that kind of comes out and around the side of the lower structure at about the same level as that window I mentioned, and it kind of lands on that and perches there.
Can we check out the windmill? Like, is there any openings?
The window's a bit high up, 20 or so feet above ground level. Let me see if I can get you on a map here. Give me a second. Okay. And you should have rested by this point, because there was a chance to rest it on the road. So make sure you refill your hit points and all of your spell slots are refilled. Yeah, and if you spent hit dice, you only regain half your level hit dice back on a rest. But I don't think anybody has any spent hit dice. Okay, let's see if this works. Let me just double check. Only update on drop. Alright. Slide whistle. So that's what it looks like from the outside. And like I was mentioning, the raven seems to have landed on that kind of broken up balcony that kind of encircles the 10 feet above the door. right about here, this guy.
Mm.
Does it look like it's like surveying the area or like normally?
Nah. No, it just looks like it fluttered and landed there. It does seem to be looking in your direction. It also looks like it might have come from the same direction as you.
Mm-hmm.
Friend or foe?
And just so we have a three-dimensionality to this, I'm also going to put you on another map simultaneously.
2 maps.
Oh man, we're getting three-dimensional in this.
Whoa! This is too much, man. This is too much.
I don't know. I thought it was 2Ds, Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
I hate
you
everyone.
got me. Stephanie quits.
Just log out.
I hate everyone. Click, click, click.
No.
Oh,
Go check it out. Let's go.
Let's go to the door.
I want to go up and
What
knock
do you wanna
on the door.
do?
Okay. Is there any just a normal door? Right?
Yeah, it appears to be just a normal door. Okay. As you approach, you can see that the door is closed, but it does appear to be slightly ajar. Yeah. It looks like the slight wind that's passing across the hilltop here, is causing the door to just kind of eke just a bit. Yeah, you just step through.
Yep, looks like it. You just enter.
Okay.
I'll step in.
All right. The ground floor of the windmill, it appears to have been converted into a makeshift kitchen. The room is filthy. Baskets and old dishware are piled everywhere. Adding to the clutter is a peddler's cart, a chicken coop, a heavy wooden trunk, and a pretty wooden cabinet with flowers painted on its doors. In addition to the clucking of the chickens, which are now kind of agitated as you kind of enter in, you also hear the sound of what appears to be toads croaking. The sweet smell of pastries blends horridly with a stench that burns your nostrils. The awful odor comes out of an open, upright barrel in the center of the room, which you can see kind of there.
Coming in was a mistake.
What was that?
It was a mistake coming in here.
Warmth issues from a brick oven against one wall, but it appears to be kind of a smolder, not something that would present a lot of smoke, and that might be as to why you didn't see any billowing from any flues or chimneys on the exterior. The brick oven against the one wall there on the left side. It looks like there's a crumbling staircase to the right that ascends the wall up and across the interior. You can hear what sounds like laughter and kind of a grunting noise from somewhere high up above you.
Oh, so there's people here. Can we hear what they're talking about or laughing about?
Well, real quick, we're just going to go ahead and get everybody's exchange. Hero kind of moves up to the door and will stand kind of in guard at the door, making sure no one enters in behind you. Alenia will step in and kind of start inspecting the oven, but not too focused or diligently. Elizabeth, what is Sen going to do immediately when they enter in? Is there anything that I mentioned of interest?
I want to know what's upstairs.
So you're going to slowly start moving up the steps?
Mm.
Are you doing so stealthily or with just intent?
Stealthily.
Okay. Go ahead and just set yourself on the steps there and make me a stealth check. David, you would be next on the docket. Anything in the room that I mentioned or explained that you had taken interest in?
I'm curious if I can hear the laughter, but of the room,
Yeah, it's
What's
kind
in
of
that barrel?
it's kind of muffled laughter. It's something you can hear now that you're inside and there's no wind kind of blowing past your ears. It seems to be coming from high up in the tower above. Um, that said, you move towards the barrel. You can see that the barrel is open, and it's holding a glistening greenish black ichor, a strange fluid to be sure. As you're kind of looking at it, you can see a bubble kind of just form and pop. Um, Not from heat, you presume, but from what you don't know. It definitely does appear to be very gross. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of has like a sheen of, um, I would say, like uh, necrotic tissue and pus kind of mixed with like oil on water.
Oh, that's gross.
I know what this is. I watch true crime shows.
In Mad season 2.
Well, I don't think they have these in true crime shows, to be sure. But yeah, you check the barrel, okay? Meanwhile, Stephanie, what is um, Aveline checking out, if anything? She froze?
Trying as much as possible not to touch anything.
Okay.
Um,
Dirty.
also, I don't know.
I
Does
mean,
a
is there?
witch live here or something? Like,
I mean, could be. But yeah, is there anything that you're kind of focusing your attention towards? I mean, you see behind you Nodder kind of looking at the barrel as you kind of walk into the room. You look around at all of the objects. But is there anything that specifically I mentioned that stands out to you in particular?
um, I just, I'm most interested that Sen is going up the door or up the stairs.
Okay.
So
So you'll
I
move.
might kind of just watch.
Okay, just keeping an eye on then. Okay. Um, all right. That being the case, yeah, you watch as Sen makes their way up. What'd you get on the stealth check?
16.
Not bad. All right, so you make your way up, and you realize that about 30 or so feet, the stairwell kind of winds up steeply. Um, but basically, as it comes around to the round corner, you can kind of see that you're coming up to a railing. And I'll move you over to that map real quick. 1 second. So you'd be kind of coming up like right about here.
Mm,
If you move to the right, you should see the other map.
I see it.
Okay. Um, and I see that the. Oh, that's weird. That's silly. Let me fix something here. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Can I delete this and just this? Oh, so. Okay, cool. So the railing, you're kind of coming up, and you can kind of peek out over the railing, and you see a haggard, heavy-set old woman with a face as wrinkled as a boiled apple that's sweeping the floor, pushing around a few old bones, and stirring up a cloud of white dust with her broom. If you've ever been to the dentist and had drill work done, the room
Mm,
smells just like that. Um,
great.
she wears a blood-stained, flour-caked apron. A long, sharp bodkin impales her bundled-up mound of gray hair. The dirt-caked windows, which you can see there on the extremities, um, they don't allow much light in, and it wouldn't get much light anyways because it's misty land. But the height of this ceiling is about 8 feet high, um, and it's taken up mostly the room's area by a massive millstone connected to a wooden gear shaft that rises through the ceiling um, in the center of the room. You saw the bottom portion of it in the base floor, kind of the center pillar of the chamber they're in. Um, and it looks like it continues upwards, obviously connected to the top. There's a stone staircase that continues up. You can see it kind of behind the mill there. Um, and that seems to be where the sound of laughter is coming from. It's a bit louder here, um, and it sounds like there's multiple sources of laughter, and then there appears to be a sound of kind of fear or agony from a third party.
No, no.
Oh, great.
There could be people in here.
Hmm. Trying to decide what to do. So I can tell that she's not the only one. That there's most like just based on the laughter that I can hear.
There's
There.
two. Yeah, there's two people laughing upstairs, and one person in agony, and then there's this third person here that you're looking at. This elderly woman who appears to be kind of covered in bone dust and blood, and is just cleaning up the floor at the ground at her feet.
Okay. Hmm. I would like to I think I'll go back downstairs and let the team know of what I saw and what I think. 'Cause I'm pretty sure
When you
they're killing people.
when you get downstairs, I would like everybody who's on the base level to just go ahead and, since you're not really doing much, go ahead and make me a stealth check, but do so with advantage.
Yeah.
And
I don't even need it.
I'm adding a modifier ad hoc as well, so I'll read off your totals.
I don't even need advantage. I'm so good at stealth.
All right, so 26 for Stephanie, 24 for David, and since Hero's at the door, he will remain kind of quiet and not need to roll. Um, that said, yeah, it doesn't sound like the upstairs parties are aware of you, Sen, as you kind of watch and then descend back down. And it sounds like your group is not being terribly loud either.
Right.
This is awful.
Right. Um, so I would like to go back up.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to roll for stealth to
No,
do that?
no, we're good.
Okay. I'm still sneaky. Great.
Yeah, if you're basically moving to the same position, you can
Yeah.
do that again, no problem.
Okay. Am I'm like this
Yeah,
to the floor, right?
yeah, basically.
Okay. I would like to move up a little bit further
Okay.
so that I want to draw my crossbow and move up a little further.
You want to get so you can get a shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Before you do that, is anyone else in the room behind Sen? Do they want to support them in any way, kind of move up as well? Or are you basically just waiting for that action to happen before you do anything therein?
Already up. I won't move.
She's got blood on her apron and there's bones.
So clearly, someone who lives here wouldn't be human.
I've got my axe out.
Okay. All right. So everyone's basically ready to support in the action once the shot is fired. So
Yeah,
what
I'll
I'm gonna
move close to the stairs, but I won't start climbing them yet.
okay. So long as we're not moving up, then we don't need any stealth checks. You're just basically ready to go. All right. That said, what I'm going to have you do is go ahead and roll me initiative. I will be rolling initiative with my old lady here as well. And we will go in initiative order. When my turn comes around, I will have the surprise condition, which will mean I will not take any actions. And we will then roll through the initiative and continue with what else happens.
Hear me out. What if we board up all the windows and doors? Just set the place on fire.
I mean, technically we could.
Nah, they fly away before we do that.
All right. And I will control hero. Let's see. All right. And Alenia. It's going to be a lot of me beating myself up tonight. I'm okay with that.
And a little love of that. And
Um,
a little love of that.
How do you like this? Oh! Real quick, what is your dexterity modifier for Sen?
Dexterity is 4 modified.
Okay, so then the two of us basically go the same. Since you are the pole position, I'm going to yield to you. So you'll go first, Hero will go second, and then it'll continue from there. And I think everyone's boarded. Yes. Okay, great. Oh, I need to add one more thing. And that would be right. Like I said there. Okay, cool. All right. Go ahead and take your action. You have advantage for the attack as you are hidden, and you would, of course, provide, or it would be a sneak attack.
Hold on. 12.
Okay.
Not great.
That will miss. So the arrow takes flight. It hits the millstone and kind of bounces off of it as she kind of steps away from where you were moving. You kind of re-aimed. You can see her face kind of go, huh? And look in your direction. Immediately at that, you hear dragon feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, no, it'll be 30. He comes up past you, rushes past the old lady, looking at her, confused, kind of looking back at you for kind of like acknowledgement, like, are we really killing this old lady?
Yeah.
And then I believe, as he normally says, I'm going to go with Shatterspike first.
Yeah.
And that's, he's technically hidden for this fight, so that is an advantage hit. So a critical success. That'll be a total of 14 on the first hit.
Hero's gonna hero.
Second attack with the vicious longsword. 24 will hit. Wish that was a crit instead, but that's fine. We'll take it. 9 damage. You see Hero's face kind of become confused as he lands a blow against her neck and thinks the head is just going to pop right off, and the blade kind of blunts and spins around to the side. As he kind of brings Shatterspike up and around and brings the vicious longsword in, the woman's arm kind of catches it. It brings the blade into her flesh, and you watch as it kind of catches. Like, she has the strength to hold back the blow, but it seems to wound her, which should make everybody in the room currently go, what is she? She's
Not an old lady.
not an old
That's a
lady.
witch.
She is surprised, so she does not act during her turn during the first round of initiative. She will lose surprise at the end of the initiative count. All right, Aveline, you hear fighting.
I'm gonna go up and see what the ruckus is all about.
Okay.
I don't know. How do I move?
So I will move you over
Oh, there we
5, 10, and then it'll be 15 to get into the space in front of Sen, like so. You're over to the right now.
Okay. Am I allowed to kind of examine this person and?
Yeah, if you want to use your action to kind of investigate them, you can, but during the surprise round, it seems like you're kind of going for the gusto. I'll allow you. You're kind of seeing the aftermath of the blows. I will allow you a free Arcana check because you kind of see some pretty abnormal stuff. So go ahead, yeah. 13. Not sure. She could be a lot of things. Some type of shapeshifter. She could be. Nosferatu, vampire of some sort. She could be some sort of undead. She could be some sort of strong, powerful beast. She could be a very competent, high-level spellcaster of some sort. She could be. There's a lot of things she could be.
Well,
That'll
uh,
work.
I'm just gonna do what everyone else is doing, and I'm gonna blast her with some fire.
Okay. All right, that'll hit.
So I just went in blasting.
Okay.
Oh.
Been misfiring a lot, and I'm not happy about it.
Alenia will move there and ready an action to cast a spell on Nodder when he gets up there.
Hey.
5, 10, 15, 20 to get to this position. You should be snapped over to the other side now.
Yes.
And once you are in position, I will casting my spell. I know what it is. It is heroism at 2nd level. So I will be targeting you, and I will be targeting Hero with heroism. So until the spell ends, you're immune to being frightened, and you gain 4. Let me double check. You gain 3 temporary hit points at the start of your turn for as long as the spell is active. So if you have 3 temporary hit points, it stays there. If something makes you lose those 3 temporary hit points, you would gain the 3 again. You can't gain more than 3, but at the start of your turn, you'll always get that buffer of 3.
Oh, that's cool.
And then she'll use her order domain. As a reaction, you can go ahead and make a melee attack before you even finish your or get into your turn stuff.
Oh, awesome.
Did you
One
bonus
hand-
action rage on the way up?
No, I didn't.
Did you want to?
Yeah,
Okay.
did. I'm ready to blow some rage.
All right, Rar, and so first attack will be from her giving you the benefit. Go ahead and make the attack.
All right. One-handed battle axe. Is it cool if I drop my shield and go to the two-handed?
Well, you didn't
Or is
have
that-
you didn't have any weapons drawn. I presumed you got ready during the startup. So did you want to be two-handing this time?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That that's fine. Go ahead and make the attack, but we'll go ahead and make the two-handed attack.
Wait,
Yeah,
that was the wrong axe.
Yeah, use the right axe. Okay, we're going to use the attack roll on the first roll that you made. Okay, not any of the interceding attacks, but we'll use the damage roll for the last attack that you made. So
Sorry.
it's okay. It'll be a total of 15 damage, and it is a hit. And that's the reaction attack. Now you have your turn attack.
Doing it again.
Actually, sorry, no. What I want you to do is just go ahead and click damage for the second one, because we're going to use the second roll that you made during this weird chain of rolls. It does hit, so just go ahead and click tree bar's damage again.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It should be able to click again. Does it?
No,
Okay, go ahead and roll again, and then click the damage on it.
sorry.
It's okay.
I've made this so complicated.
No worries.
Here we go. Two-handed.
Alright, so yeah, click
Now
the
I click.
damage. Okay, so we're looking at 7 more. Or 9 more. Alright. Yeah, it's like hitting a tree. Except that it's not doing extra damage because it's not actually a tree. It's like hitting something that would have the same rigidity as a tree. Upon seeing that, you see Alenia kind of, like, her eyes widen and say, "We shouldn't have come here." And she seems to have kind of like a concerned look. Start of the initiative on 23. You see the old woman go, "Ophalia! Bella! Intruders!" She yells up.
Great.
Sen.
I'm gonna try with my crossbow again.
Okay. Because of her current position and the mass of things around her, kind of her pinned against the millstone, she technically has cover from your current vantage point. You can climb up onto the railing if you want, or you can shoot at her and she'll have a bonus to her defense, +2 for the half cover she has from the millstone.
I mean, I could still shoot from the railing.
Yeah, you just have to climb up there, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and make an athletics check.
Okay. I'm a fall.
No, you're
I
good.
didn't fall.
You kind of reach up. You see Elenia kind of like reach out with her hand and kind of the hand she doesn't have a weapon in yet, and kind of lift you up, and you kind of hop up onto the railing. So you're kind of up there, not straddling it, just kind of holding it with one arm and crossbow over top. Go ahead and take your shot. Okay. I'm going to ask the party, and you can decide whether to or not. Currently, Michael has inspiration. It is his inspiration to spend.
I also have inspiration.
If you
so
want
I
to spend
could
it, you
use
can go for the second roll then,
Uh,
which would be a crit.
yeah.
Okay. So that said, go ahead and click on the damage for the crossbow and get rid of your inspiration.
Come on, good damage. Come on, good damage.
And you need to roll sneak attack, and you need to do it twice.
Sneak attack twice.
So that's 17 and 16 more. The bolt slams into her neck, and you watch as it kind of impales, and you hear a kind of loud thunk as you presume it hits bone. She kind of grasps at it and starts bleeding. Just as she's saying the next thing that she was going to start screaming out, you see that she starts choking on her words, and she kind of raises her eyes up at you all in anger. Her blood appears thin and kind of like almost kind of oily, like yeah, it's really just coming out of that wound. Hero. I believe he says it's Shatter Spike. That attack will miss, and a vicious longsword. That attack will miss. And again, putting it to the party, you can decide to spend his inspiration as a group or not. I need a 100% vote, yay or nay. If I spend his inspiration, we get a crit on this.
I mean,
Your vote? What is that, David? Do it?
you
All right.
mute.
You're muted. Elizabeth?
Yeah.
I said do
It's a
it.
crit.
Stephanie?
I said
Go
do
ahead.
it.
I feel
right.
like he'd do it.
Burning it. All right. I don't think the damage was correct. Let me fix that real quick. The math.
By the way, team, I also have inspirations.
Okay. There we go. We're going to use the first damage roll, so that'd be 10 plus 16.
I like how it's like part Stephanie's face, part Quinn's face.
All right.
There's
So-
ham on my screen.
So what you watch is Hero kind of spins about, looks at everyone, bolt hits the neck, and then you see Hero kind of spin back the other way with Shatter Spike. As he comes up with Shatter Spike, the hand that had the vicious longsword in it kind of moves up and catches the blade and holds onto it. And you see Hero kind of and bring the blade up and in, catching the neck and tearing her head clean off.
Yes. Worth it.
With that move, he kind of stops and kind of crosses his blades, one covered in blood, one perfectly dry, and kind of looks up the stairway. All right.
What do your dragon eyes see?
On the initiative of the enemies, nothing happens because we're currently surprised, but there are more people upstairs. The laughing stopped, by the way.
Oh.
I hope so.
Aveline, you are up.
Well, it seems like there's 2 more, so I'm gonna go ahead and.
Set fire to this bitch.
I was gonna go up the stairs, but you know.
One thing you did notice from shooting the firebolt is that the particulates in this room did kind of catch a light from it. It probably wouldn't be too hard to set the wood floor a tinder, but it would probably be hard to light this place on fire from outside because of the stone walls.
So we could set it off from the inside.
Yeah, but you'd have to move very fast to get out if you
Yeah.
were to do something like that.
True. And we cannot move very fast right now.
All right. So
Oh, good. Sorry.
go ahead. I'm sorry. You said you were moving towards the stairs. Are you going up them or just waiting at them?
I'm gonna go ahead and go up.
Okay. You've moved 5, 10, 15 to get into heroes. 20, 25. All right, and you have 5 more feet once you get up there, so I will place you in that space that you'll be moving into. You come around the corner. We're in the top left. Oh, you're outside.
Left.
That's weird.
Or top left.
That's better. You can see what appears to be a woman, younger in frame, but kind of very bitter heart region. So what you've seen, like a lot of the women you saw in town, kind of have a very similar quality. She kind of turns to you with like a stern gaze, a very just serious countenance, and you can also kind of hear what sounds like a woman besides them, kind of, oh, please help me, saviors, coming from behind this stern woman. You still have an action. She's just around the corner. You can kind of see her. If you want to shoot at her, you can. Because you still have her surprised, you'd have advantage. But because you're shooting against her in point blank range, you'd have disadvantage, so it balances out.
Am I close enough to do a shocking grasp?
Yeah. So then you won't have disadvantage for the attack because you're not shooting. So you'll just have advantage. 14 will miss. You can see her kind of like peel away from you and kind of slide back a little bit. All right. That is all of your movement. You hear Alenia kind of go, "What?" in surprise as you dart forward. She is going to kind of move around. She's directly behind you. You can see her there. She looks like she's ready to support, but it doesn't look like she's ready to follow you up.
She don't want to die.
You know with anything of what we're dealing with.
Yeah, she doesn't want to move up. Okay. Nodder.
I can't see the 3rd floor, but can I make it in range of one of these bad boys?
So here's the interesting fun. You can move up into the same space that Aveline is standing in, but because of the proximity of the hostile creature, I've moved you into that top floor, by the way. Because of the proximity of the creature at the top, you cannot move past her unless you push her out of the way. To do so would be your attack action, and you'd make an athletics check versus the creature's athletics or acrobatics. If you are higher than their result, you push them back 5 feet or knock them down.
Oh.
So you
Yeah, I'm
can
down for that.
barrel over them if you wanted to.
Why are you better at this than I am?
No. There is no better. There's only everyone being good. So go ahead and make a strength athletics check. You are still raging, so you actually have advantage on this check.
Absolutely. I love it. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's knock down this person.
24.
Ooh.
Okay, so you are attempting to knock them down, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to be successful. So you still have 10 feet of movement, so you can move over them now that they're prone, and you can kind of move into the room beyond if you want.
Yes.
Go ahead and move onto their space, and then you can go left or right, or left or up, rather. It's pretty tight quarters.
It is really tight up here. What were they laughing about?
I don't know. Are you going up or are you going left?
I went left.
Okay.
I like to imagine I side slammed into him and then I stumbled to the left.
Yeah, you did a barrel roll.
Barrel roll.
I can just see Stephanie's ire like building, like it's like filling up. Okay, so
It was
surprises.
funny versus 10 times.
It's unbearable now. So, Sen, you are up next. At this stage, the ladies. There is a second lady, by the way. They look like twins. They are wearing kind of different styles, but they do look very similar to one another. One has a more stern and kind of serious face. One's a bit more of a jovial face, but the happiness kind of washed from her face at current. Um, and yeah, that was for the bear. Send back down to you in the basement or the second level.
It's getting crowded.
It's a tight space.
Mm-hmm,
It
mm-hmm.
is.
But that one lady prone, so
True.
don't even count the spot they at.
Sec. I think I would like to. Is there any advantage? No, there's not. There's no advantage to doing a short range attack.
It's actually there's actually a penalty. If you're point blank, you're gonna have a penalty
Yeah.
to your attack. Based on where you're standing, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You could move 30 feet and get to the space that Nodder didn't go into.
The one above.
Yeah, if you want to run up the stairs and get into the fight, but you will be in the fight. If you want to save that position for hero, there is basically nowhere in the room upstairs that you can go and stand to be in this fight. You will
Right.
basically be playing support until, or you'll basically be standing back and doing nothing until someone dies or someone comes downstairs.
Then yeah, should we maybe back down?
Yeah.
You can get into like a firing position and ready to shoot at something that's coming downstairs that's an enemy.
I will do that.
Okay. Kind of standing over the dead old lady's body. As you kind of stand
Yeah.
over her, you'll watch as her form kind of bubbles up a bit and kind of discombobulates underneath your feet. Blood kind of spilling out from the wound in her neck, or where her head used to be. Her flesh goes purple, and she appears to have long claws, very feral and vicious looking, like clawed hands. The head over off in the distance appears to kind of twist into a demonic like face with horns kind of growing out the side. Same purplish colored skin, and the hair seems to be long and black and kind of bonded up, not too dissimilarly from how the old lady's hair happened to have been styled.
Okay. So shapeshifter.
Some sort of shapeshifter.
Mummy?
Lord, Lord.
Upstairs, at the beginning of the initiative round, Sen moving into position, getting ready to shoot. Those of you upstairs hear the one furthest from, the one that's not on the ground, yell, "Be guarded, they killed Morgantha." And then the one on the ground says, "Great, her power's mine now," and starts to slowly get up. As that's happening, you hear the of the Dragonborn rush up the stairs, hop over the prone one, blades spinning around. He brings them both down into the one on the ground. I imagine it's very. He like stops, jumps off the wall, and then like Samus Aran spins down like screw attack with both blades into her. That's dope. That sounds good. First attack, she's prone, so I get advantage. That's a crit.
Yes.
He is mean. Oh, he is mean. 13 is a miss though.
You're a good hero.
I think Hero's just a good hero. Let's see. So that's going to be 14 damage. Not bad. All right. She's annoyed. All right. It seems that she's going to focus on him as her target. Let's see. I think she's gonna lead off with always whisper rolls. She casts a spell. Let's see. I gotta read, sorry. Is it one word? Yeah, it's one word. Why would they? That's weird. Okay. So hero has to make a wisdom saving throw. And here he goes.
The wisest fellow.
Yeah, it's a failure. Alright, you watch as the woman who's getting up from the ground kind of stands, and her eyes become solid black, inky, void-like holes. As she kind of stares into Hero's eyes, you see him kind of, huh, and lock up. And one of the following effects. He passes out. He's unconscious.
Does that count as an attack?
No, it is a spell. Yeah, another feat you might want to pick up is Mage Slayer. That would be a good one.
Oh.
If you're wanting to hit people who cast spells. The other lady will cast a spell as well. She is going to attempt to cast Sleep. How many hit points do you currently have, Nodder? 45?
Oh yeah, 45, not 35, 45.
And Aveline, same. What's your hit points?
35.
Okay. The two of you kind of have this weird moment of kind of drowsiness. You kind of very quickly wiggle it off, and you see her kind of, they're more powerful than I expected. And the other one, who's now up, kind of points to her eyes. Go as hard as you can. Aveline. You definitely recognize the spell that the one on the north casts. She casts Sleep. The other one's spell seems to be a stronger spell, to be sure. But you can see that she's concentrating on it.
I'm gonna go ahead and... Which one is queuing up the spells? The
one
further
that's
one or
the one that's concentrating on the spells, the one with the solid black eyes, that's her.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and try and shock Grasp again.
Okay. $17 hits on the nose for lightning. All right, and then she needs to make a concentration saving throw to see if she holds on to her spell. I believe she'll be okay. Let's see. DC 10. Constitution. She's fine. Okay. It'll go to Alenia. And she yells up after you, "They're hags! Be careful!" She will... she's concentrating on heroism right now. Bear with me here. Sorry.
It's Nodder's job.
We're in a weird position.
Don't you do it. I am sick and tired of everyone. Shit.
She is going to
I'm
cast...
barely hanging on.
She's going to come up behind Aveline, and she's going to cast a spell. And the spell she's casting is... See, I don't want to get rid of... Oh, no, yeah, I got it. She's not going to cast a spell on anyone. She's going to cast Spiritual Weapon as a bonus action. You see a spectral hammer appear above the one with the dark eyes and slam down with kind of a radiant pop on her. I just need to make an attack with Alenia. Please work. I don't know why it's lagging. It shouldn't be. Maybe just to make me sad. Did it roll an attack roll? Yeah, it sure did. It missed.
Did just now.
Big whiffaroo. And that's her bonus action. With her her action, she'll cast Sacred Flame on the same target. Man, she is really rolling hot tonight. Not everybody can be a hero, I guess. So the hag will make a dex saving throw. She fails. She takes 2 damage.
No, anything helps.
Well, yeah. It's also any damage ever taken. They always have to make a concentration saving throw. I mean, she'll probably pass, but who knows? She failed. Wow. Yeah, she has a +3 con, and she failed. So her eyes.
Still on our side.
Her eyes are no longer solid black, as the pop from the lightning and the hit from the radiance kind of make her kind of lose concentration on what she's doing. Hero is still asleep, I think. Let me double check.
Wake the fuck up.
Yeah. But the target... Yeah, it's it stays in effect past the duration of the spell. Okay. Cool. So, yeah, to wake someone up, it's an action, or they need to take damage. Alright. Nodder, you've got 2 targets. It does look like the that one is the most wounded.
Yeah. Do I know how long sleep lasts for?
You don't know how long... I need to double check that. Hold on. Eye bite. The target falls unconscious. It wakes up if it takes damage or if another creature uses its action to shake the sleeper awake. For the duration. No, he's no longer asleep. He will be waking up.
Okay. Okay then.
Got it.
I won't kick him.
I see the potency of the spell though. They can choose multiple effects and they can do them all at once. Like I can have multiple effects going at the same time. That's why that spell's really good. Okay, so Alenia says the hags and Naughty Right.
And I am going to two-handed tree bar. She's still prone. She didn't get up, right?
She got up.
Oh, she did get up. Okay. All right then. Regular tree bar. Attack.
She kind of wiggles aside, and you can see her body bend unnaturally as she moves away from the attack. All right. Any movement or anything?
I can't go far.
Yeah, you're kind of stuck.
Okay, I'm pinned in at the moment because she stood up.
Mm-hmm. Sen, it doesn't look like you're getting much action downstairs. And with Alenia there, you literally have nowhere up that you can kind of go to. This sucks.
Yeah.
You do know that there is a window on that level. And there is a window on your level if you want to be crazy.
That'd be pretty baller.
There's not really a ledge to go to, but...
Yeah, on your side there's the broken up balcony.
Right, but to get up there...
Oh yeah, you just have to climb up to the windowsill and smash it through.
Is the windmill working?
It's way high up. But yes, it is spinning. I see what you're saying. Hold on. I see what you're saying.
Better.
Ooh, give me Yeah, that's actually cool. Give me a D100 roll.
Ooh.
This is to determine whether or not one of the blades will be close enough for you to.
Just one.
Yeah, 1D100.
Okay. This could be really good or really bad.
It's really dope, though. Yeah, that's good. That's good enough. So you can pop out the window, and you'd be doing so on the effective opposite side, because you remember the propeller blade was, or the windmill blade was on the opposite side from when you entered.
On
And
the
you,
back.
as you kind of step out, you can see that it's basically perfectly perpendicular with where you were at. If you were to go up it, and it seems that it has like a ladder kind of setup to it. If you were to go up it, you can kind of jump across to the window
ledge.
ledge on the other side. No athletics check necessary. It is very sturdy, sturdy enough to hold you, and you manage to get up and hop over to the window. Are you just going to break in the window with like the stock of the crossbow?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be your action, breaking out the window. But I'm going to go ahead and move you up to where you are on the top map. You're behind what appears to be some sort of strange chair. A woman kind of placed in it and kind of standing over her back to you is a woman with kind of the high sweeping Barovian hairstyle. As you break out the window, she kind of looks behind her, but seems to be very focused in on the current affairs in the room. Mainly because Hero's about to go straight up windmill his own self on Wahayacha! Miss and Miss.
He's groggy.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
just took a
He just
nap.
woke up. He just woke up. All right, they're gonna go. Um, I'm going to focus in on. We're out of 6 level spell slots. I am going to cast a spell on Hero again. And Hero needs to make a. Actually, I'm going to cast it on Nodder. Nodder, I need you to make me a Wisdom saving throw.
I'm the wisest of us all, as we all know. I survived the song in the previous dungeon.
And you succeed again.
Wow.
The DC was 15.
A plus.
Okay, so you kind of feel yourself.
I defy logic.
You feel yourself kind of like focusing in on an image, and it for a second she kind of forces it into your mind, and it feels like it's taking over your body. You see the image of a toad, and then you're like, no, I'm a bear. And you do not get turned into a toad. You remain a bear.
The toad is the kiss, and that's why
The other lady there will cast a spell. This one's going to go directly into Hero. It's certainly going to go directly into Hero. And he is going to make a dexterity saving throw. He fails. Alright. You watch as she kind of brings her hands up and then forces them outwards. A bolt of lightning shoots out from her body and her hands into Hero through the wall behind her, or behind him, and kind of breaks out of the stone. A massive lightning bolt just shooting out. Sen, you're on the outside. You watch one half of it, and you can see it streak off for another 50 feet before it just.
And I'm clinging to the fucking window.
And you look at Hero, and he's kind of like not even terribly wounded as the lightning kind of streaks down his body, and you see him kind of just like cockily. I mean, you've seen.
he made him stronger.
He gives him just like a Mike just played a sick ass counter spell or something kind of look, like like nothing. You got
Is that all
nothing.
you got?
And nothing. So they seem to be a bit saddened here. Aveline, you are up. Yeah.
You know what?
And they don't look terribly
Yeah.
wounded either. So if you want to go in on them with like some bigger spells, I don't know what you. I don't think you have any big single fire hits.
I have the gravity.
But it's going to smash everybody in the room.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay.
And Thunderwave would do the same thing, I think.
Uh-huh.
Is your other smash spell.
Yeah, we don't want that. Nothing on fire. I'll just
Grasp away.
I'll go ahead and just try it. Yep. Grasping at straws.
If you still have your inspiration, you can spend it.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend it.
Alright, go ahead and roll that damage. And yours, yeah.
Oh, you see, that reminded me how you always say beautiful being footage.
Roll that beautiful beef.
I don't know
Class.
if I clicked it. Hold on.
There it goes. Not bad. So as the lightning shoots out of her, you see her kind of go, ah! As Hero kind of looks at her, and then you're like, ah! She's not happy with it. Still, they don't look like they're terribly frazzled or wounded. They definitely seem to be holding their own. Based on how much it took to kill the lady downstairs, and if they're the same thing, it looks like it's going to be a hard-pressed fight, to be sure. The spiritual weapon that's floating over Lightning Lady comes swinging down again from Alenia.
Get him, Alenia.
All right. 17 is going to hit, and that's a Wobby Bonks for 10. Minus 10. She can see her just barely from behind Aveline. She is going to cast Sacred Flame again. And after doing so, she is going to step down from her position, look back to see if Sen's there, see that they're not, and then go back into their standing position. And then Alenia, Sacred Flame, saving throw from the hag. Nope. I'll take my 1 point of radiant damage. Alright. Nodder, you are up. They definitely look really weathered, but not bloodied yet. Definitely pretty well wounded, though.
It's my time to attack recklessly.
Indeed.
I don't have to click anything for that, do I? I just have to declare I'm doing it.
Declare you're doing it. We take the higher of the 2 dice. Yep.
Alright. And now I roll against the one to my right. The one who I knocked down on my way up here.
Yep. She's
With
the
all
one.
my force.
She's the one getting shredded on. So yeah, that's a good choice. All right, so that's gonna hit. So 11 more damage. All right.
And she's not a plant.
She is not. Not at all. All right. Sen, you are up. You are basically kind of, your feet are kind of down on like a landing portion. You can kind of see on the exterior there, like, you know, you kind of see where your feet are placed. You're kind of holding onto the ledge. You've got your crossbow up on the railing if you want, or up on the sill of the window if you want to shoot in. Doing so, you'll be shooting at point blank against the target. You could just let the crossbow sit there on the sill, draw your weapon, and stab inwards if you want to attack that way. But you'll have disadvantage with the crossbow. You won't have disadvantage with the blade.
Am I close? I am close enough. I think I would set the crossbow and then stab in with my rapier.
Just kind of pull it out. And watch out! All right, that hits. Sneak attack because you have allies adjacent.
Oh. There it goes.
All right. Oh, okay, I see.
There we go.
Yeah,
Sorry.
It'll be 8 total. All right. Solid. She does turn her attention to you, but then kind of hears the whirling lawnmower that is Hero. Hero is going to stay on target with this, the wounded one. That's a hit, and that's a miss. 10 damage. She is now bloodied officially. Hero kind of slashes her in the face, and blood kind of starts to stream from her face, and then her face changes into like a purple-skinned, like demon-like thing as she takes the blow, and she's in anger mode. At Hero, They are going to... Let's see. I'm going to have Hero make another wisdom saving throw. You watch as he kind of locks up, holding his blades, and just kind of stops, frozen in place. And then the other lady, kind of in between these two positions, kind of turns and looks back at Sen. Not terribly concerned. You're already in a precarious position anyway. Turns back towards the bear and can kind of see Aveline behind the railing. I'm going to get rid of the railing because I think it's... I don't know why they draw it as a blocked terrain. You should be able to see through railings. She's going to cast Lightning Bolt herself. Straight down. So she gets Aveline and Nodder. Both of you need to make dexterity saving throws.
Man. Oh wait, I get advantage on dexterity saving.
Yeah, from hazards that you can see. Yep.
Yeah. I'll be a barrier.
A barrier? Does anybody have inspiration for Stephanie?
Whoa, God.
Sorry.
You got the best and the worst possible. Let's see. Nobody has inspiration? Okay. You'll take 30 points of damage, Aveline, and you'll take 15 points of damage, Nodder. But you're raging and you're bear totem, so you'll take half of the half. So you'll take 15, which is half of 30, then you'll take 7, which is half of 15.
That's cool with me, but hey.
Actually, hold on. Let me check something real quick. Because I did explain something. I just want to check a ruling real quick. Cover. It's been a while since I've looked at cover. A target with half cover has a +2 bonus to AC and dexterity saving throws. Okay. So it's just a bonus to saving throws. You rolled a 1. So, yeah, no go. I thought it was advantage on dexterity saving throws, but alas. So yeah, 30 damage to Aveline. And it's your go. The healer is right behind you.
What?
But the healer is right behind you, though, so good news there.
I was just gonna go more down the stairs.
Okay. If you move away from the hag without taking the disengage action, she will swipe at you.
He attacks at her, I attack at her.
Oh, God.
That's true. If you do provoke the opportunity attack, he does get an attack to intercede.
What do I have to roll to avoid?
You don't have to roll anything to... You just have to use your
Or
action
is
to
it-
disengage. It just costs you your action to do it.
But she's gonna slash at me, right?
If you say that you're disengaging as your action, no. She does not get a free attack. If you just walk away from her without doing that, you get swiped at.
Gotcha.
Is that what you want to do?
I will actually use my...
Okay.
Get me out of there.
Alright. You hop on down to the next floor behind Alenia, and she kind of gives you a... I can't see it all. How's it going? Are we winning? And as she says that, you see her hand go. She goes like this with her hand, she's holding her cross in one hand. She's got her shield in the other. And upstairs, you see the witness of what that little movement means. You watch as her spiritual weapon, the spiritual hammer, slams down on the hag again, missing. And then she kind of turns her attention to you, and she will use her second level spell slot. Her final second level spell slot to cast Cure Wounds on you. For... Oh, that's real bad. 7 hit points back.
Jesus.
She's not doing great on... She's not doing great on the rolls tonight.
Boy, she's trying.
Yeah.
We do have healing potions.
She's concentrating on stuff and casting secret weapons.
I mean, she's still giving the boys temporary hit points. I mean...
Yeah, it's like...
Hero is definitely doing great.
Standing still.
She did 10 on the one, so that was
Yeah.
pretty good.
She did wobble bonk one time. Nodder.
Oh, and then I'm
Oh.
Boston.
Nabotum. Nodder, what we doing? This is round 4 of your rage, by the way.
I am ready to slam another tree bar attack on that hag.
Okay.
If I can get to my character sheet. There it is. Here we go. Rolling it.
24. Or did you say reckless? I didn't hear it.
I didn't. I did not.
All out because I'm a friendly guy. If you wanted to.
I do.
Okay. Because I don't mind having advantage against you. So
I do get that.
15 damage. All right. Solid hit. Still standing. Sen, you can kind of hop into the windowsill. That way you're not hanging out there. You'll kind of be squatted in there Spider-Man style. Kind of stabbing him with a rapier.
Mm. Do I just...
If you want to attack, you can. Or
Yeah.
if you had something else.
I'm gonna do a stab.
Okay.
I did not do a stab.
No success. All right.
No stabby.
Hero will continue on the 1. Shatter Spike first. Miss. Longsword. Hit. And not bad. She basically gets... She kind of dodges the first one, kind of snaps back into position and not expecting the second one as quick. Hits her kind of in the face on the other side. She backs away. She seems a bit staggered at this point. The one at the window kind of turns her attention to the window, just annoyed at the resistance present of the people that she's fighting in this room. Seeing you as the easiest deterrent to get rid of, she's going to cast a spell on you. Sen, I would like for you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Not very smart.
No. You are smart.
Success.
I am smart.
You got this.
As you're kind of standing in that position,
Oh, wow.
as you're kind of standing in that position, kind of cocked there, you kind of feel your body kind of like freeze up, and you almost feel like you're about to fall out the window, and you kind of shank it off real quick and kind of get back into your stance. And you can see her face kind of as she tried to cast Hold Person on you and push you out the window. The things we do for love.
They're smarter than
And the other one, who
I
is
suppose technically I could grow another limb.
the other one who is having a bad day of this, by the way. You watch as she just becomes entirely invisible.
Spooky.
All right. It doesn't look like, because then you've probably had experience with the spell invisibility in your trade. It doesn't look like the spell invisibility. It looks like she became a ghost and then disappeared. If you've ever watched The Matrix Reloaded, she's like the twins. She just kind of woof and vanish and then vanishes. All right.
Well, what?
You're like going to town and then but why? Where'd she go?
Did we pump her?
Yeah.
Was there water in here? Is there a leak?
Aveline, since you are a bit special and different, I would like for you to make a free perception check.
Yes, excellent.
I'll give it to you. 12 is good enough. You see that something comes through the ceiling, kind of attached to the middle post, kind of winding down it as it comes down. It appears to be a spectral form, and it kind of lands on the millstone as it's slowly spinning, and you can see that it's the lady from upstairs, but she's a ghost. A ghost!
Oh!
Halloween episode.
She's still in ghost mode. But yeah, it's your up.
You may be a witch, but I am a ghost.
You would know ghosts are not susceptible to anything besides magic. It doesn't look like she's corporeal, or even that it's something you probably shouldn't even be able to see, but you're special. Undaunted.
Chihuahua is gonna get punt kicked to the next town.
You poor thing.
I'm gonna tell Elaine that one of the enemies is turned into some sort of specter.
And kind of
and
point it
she's
out.
in the middle. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any actions that you want to take?
Mine don't count as magic, do they?
Oh, they do. Yeah.
They do? Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I'll go ahead and. Oh God, I'm scared.
Fire.
Like,
You
run
have.
back up the stairs.
Well, you have range. You could firebolt into her and then kind of back behind Alenia so that you've got her between you and it. But it seems like floors and walls aren't going to block you from it. It can move through them.
That's true.
But yeah, take a shot if you want.
Am I able to heal myself?
You could heal yourself if you wanted to, too.
Oh, can I? Okay. I'll go ahead and do that then.
Cure wounds. All right.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. All my stuff open for some reason. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. There we go.
Okay. You heal back 9, and then you're hopping behind Alenia.
Mhm.
Okay. So just move yourself to like right there. That'll work. And then it'll go to Alenia. You see her draw the mace or the Morningstar and kind of hold her shield up in that position and kind of back up against you as she's holding that defense. Then you see her kind of go like that, and upstairs the hammer comes down again. Maybe. There it is. Oh yeah.
Get him.
It would
I love
have.
this hammer.
It would have moved first to the new target and then bonk bonk. All right. Playing whack-a-hag up in this windmill. All right. Cool. Alenia's done. Nodder, you are the one that is up.
All right. Hero's still frozen, yeah?
Hold on a second. It was the one downstairs that cast that. So she got hit one time. I need to make a concentration saving throw. I don't want to cheat you. She succeeded though. So yeah, he is still held. Correct.
Oh. Gotcha. So it's like that. So it's not something I could break him out of.
You don't know for sure.
All right. I don't know. I don't know.
There's definitely a problem in front of you.
Yeah. I'll attack recklessly the hag that I still see. Changing targets mid-flow because someone just disappeared on me.
Yeah, if you want, because you are kind of focused on hero, if you want to do something dramatic, we'll allow you to do it. Mostly because it's like Jackie Chan fun. You can reach over around the middle post and kind of grab hero and pull him back, and then kind of two-hand axe into the hag. I'll allow that. That's cool.
Hey, hell yeah, I do that.
All right.
You know what? I hook hero with my axe and I pull him over
like,
and then I swing again.
Bam! I'm in. And he slides like a chess piece. Like his two swords are like this. And he's like, ah. You can see that.
This.
You can see his eyes kind of like, ah. 15 misses. Sorry.
What? No.
Let's see. Oh, it's Kevin in the chat. I was wondering. I knew I recognized that name. Hi, Kevin. You're gonna hear this in 10 seconds. Then it goes to you missing, and Sen, you are up. Real quick note: you do have about an 8 to 10 foot clearance in this room. She is pretty tall, about 6 feet tall, but you think that you could hop over her if you wanted to get out of the window with like a cool kind of dive roll and like land on that other side in the open space that Hero was in. Or you can still hang out the window if that's your deal, because I mean, I'm okay with that too. It's pretty cool. If you get knocked out, you can just catch onto the windmill blade and then come back around for an.
True. I'm gonna just chill here and do a stabby stab.
Okay. One of these days you'll hit.
One of these days.
Believe in yourself. It's not today. Today's not the
Nope,
day.
not today. Not today.
All right.
We're out of practice.
Hero is still held. He gets a wisdom saving throw at the end of his turn to resist it. Let's see if he can win. He can't. He can't win. Let's see. Just because. All right. The ghost. Let me go ahead and make sure the floor downstairs is accurate. You said you moved up the stairs, so you'd be more like here. I believe she has to use her action to reform. I'm trying to think if that's what she'd want to do. I don't think it's what she'd want to do. No, it's not what she wants to do. She's going to go downstairs. She just ghosts through the floor again. Down to the bottom. You then hear a knocking sound from below. And then a weird sound. Uncomfortable. All right. The one upstairs will. Yeah, this is not a good situation for her. So she is going to. I'm going for it. This is goofy. I'm gonna go for it. I need you, Sen, to go ahead and make me either an athletics or acrobatics check, your choice.
Okay. Acrobatics is a little bit better.
All right.
Hey.
All right. So you have two options. Okay. She is diving straight at you with her hands to grab a hold of your shoulders and push you out the window, with her firing out the window like a missile to push you and her out the window. Your two options are thus: you can attempt to intercede with your acrobatics in a way that causes her to not be able to jump out the window, or you can move in the window in such a way that you're kind of allowing her to fly out that window.
Gotcha. Damn. We could have just let her go, but
It is about a 40 foot fall.
so there's a chance that she could.
She could just fall 40 feet and hit the ground, yeah. And maybe die, but probably
Or
not.
be paralyzed.
Based on her sturdiness, she's pretty resilient. Your assumption is her dream goal was use you as a pillow to slam into at the ground level, breaking every single bone in your body, and then get up and walk away.
Fair.
Sadly, that's not going to be a dream for her that she's going to accomplish. She's
Right.
she's either flying out the window solo or she's staying here. It's your choice.
We're gonna let her stay here
All right.
and
So you
pay for her sins.
you kind of reel back like this as she kind of continues to move forward, and you kind of move to the side, holding on to the windowsill, and kind of push her body so it slams against the other side of the sill, and you're both kind of locked in this pinned position for a second, and she kind of pulls away angrily as you kind of snap back into Spider-Man pose in the windowsill.
Yes.
All right.
Push.
Aveline, you hear what sounds like wet feet kind of hitting the wooden floor in the first floor.
Disgusting.
Oh god.
Oh no! I just realized.
Also,
I hate this.
Yeah, it's definitely not something you would have seen in a true crime.
Yeah, no, it's not. Now I get it. This is something I'd see in my nightmare.
Hmm. You know what? Let's go back up the stairs.
Okay. All right. So you move into a space behind a completely, like, just temporally or just physically locked hero. You still have 10 feet of movement from that position. You can stay behind all of the the man muscle, or you can move in closer if you want to get in for shocking grasp. She doesn't look very wounded. She does look really annoyed. I mean, the hag. Um, she is kind of spinning around the room um, and meeting sadness at every corner.
I'm
Poor
just
hag.
gonna park myself behind the meat shield.
Smart.
The
And I
barriers.
also want to
That's
let
it.
everyone know that something disgusting is coming up these stairs below. So
All right.
Great.
Oh, sorry. Also, kind of in response to you coming up uh, and saying that, you could see the hag kind of yell out just to no one. Ophalia, you better not run! All right. Do you want to cast a spell or do you want to do a thing?
oh, yeah. I can fire blast from here, right?
Yeah, you can fire through your friends.
Oh,
If we're an older edition, you could. What? So she just rolled double 20s. Okay.
Glorious.
Hold on a second
Glorious.
here. Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
This better be good.
That's not too bad. One thing you'll note, though, this is the most fire damage you've done against one of these creatures, and you haven't really had a chance to see its effects on it. You notice that it seems that it doesn't scorch the flesh as you expect. It seems that it has some sort of resistance to fire. That is a sick double 20, though.
Once again, my fur's been singed.
Yeah. Actual damage being dealt to her. Let's see. Alenia is going to. She's right behind you. She backs up directly behind you, so she's on the steps beneath you. I'm just not going to put her up there because Nodder's butt's in the way. And you can see that she's readying an action and being prepared. Nodder, this is your sixth turn of rage, and it's also Alenia's sixth turn of heroism.
I was actually going to comment on that. I was looking at rage, and I realized I lost it when I took the lightning damage.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
no,
I was gonna recast it now. Luckily enough, I hadn't rolled any.
The only way you can lose rage is if you go unconscious or you don't hit something or attack something in a fight. That's the only way you can lose rage.
Cool.
Yeah. Like if we all ran away and you still wanted to be mad about it, you'd only be mad for 6 more seconds. Yeah, rage. Rage is better than spells.
I am going to rage against this hag with my tree bar.
All right.
Two-handed attack.
Reckless.
I did not call it.
I'll allow it.
I'll take reckless. I'll do it.
All right.
I took it when I had advantage. I'll take it when I have disadvantage. I'll do it.
It should have +2 more because of the raging. So.
Oh yeah, I turned it off. Might be.
No problem. I added it. Okay, good times, good times. Now the magic weapons seem to be doing justice against the creature. So yeah, that's true. Sen, yeah, it's you hanging out in the window fighting. Both of you failing at everything.
I mean, at least I didn't get pushed out the window.
True.
That would be my...
But on the same side of that coin, it's sad that I didn't push you out the window. You think about me and my feelings.
I'm sorry. Maybe next time.
All right, I will try again. No, not really. That'll hit.
25! I finally hit.
And the rapier is not magical. All right, go ahead and give me
It's
damage.
not. 4.
Sneak attack as well.
Oh,
Yeah, you have an ally adjacent.
I keep forgetting.
No worries.
10.
So yeah, it doesn't seem that the rapier is as effective as the long swords and the bear have been. All right, hero is still locked. Oh wait, no. Yes, the one downstairs is holding concentration on the hold. So he's going to make a wisdom saving throw. He is not having a good day. He is literally just hanging out in that position.
Our poor guy. Our poor boy.
All right, it'll go to them. You see her kind of reacting like she's hearing something, but you don't hear a voice. And she says, "Get back up here!" Angrily. You then hear Alenia yell, "We've got company." And sick kind of sounds kind of hitting the ground as something seems to come up the steps. All right.
Nasty. This is like,
She is going to take her ready to
He'll
action.
probably leave.
She's going to take her ready to action, casting Sacred Flame on the thing that was coming up the stairs. Which will... maybe? I don't know. We'll see how this thing rolls. It's going to roll out in the loud. I know it's going to... I knew it. I knew it. It succeeded. Yeah. Alright. So, Aveline. If you kind of look down the steps, you can just sort of kind of make out the outline of a humanoid-like figure with kind of grayish flesh and massive hands that have like claws coming off of them, and it seems to be kind of slick with the goop that was in the barrel. Because of course it is.
oh gosh.
Should have burned it. We
Yeah,
should have
I don't
burned it.
know.
I mean, you know,
Oh, sorry. Apologies. No, you'd also be close enough for this. As it kind of comes up that way, you can see that it's the liquid is kind of bubbling off of it, and there's kind of like an aura of gas kind of extending from it. At the start of your turn, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Actually, no, I don't, because we already rolled on how this works for you. You realize it's very similar to the poisonous mist that was shot out from the dragon's face. You don't breathe, so you can't be poisoned in this way.
Was that gas flammable or?
Doesn't appear. This gas doesn't. It's not identical to the weird dragon gas, but based on what you recall of the dragon gas wasn't.
Okay. I don't know. I'm like conflicted on trying to finish off the one up here. I'm gonna blast the one up here.
Okay. Hits. All right. The spiritual weapon comes flying in right after the marker of the flame, hitting for a total of. All right. The combination of those two spell attacks seem to kind of wound her enough to get her past the halfway mark. She does appear to be bloodied. Then you hear Alenia kind of let out a battle cry, and she swings her mace down at the creature. I believe that hits. Sure does. And this thing has no resistances. You hear kind of a sickening splat sound,
damn.
but it seems to still be standing from what you can see behind you. All right, Nutter.
Right, so every turn is like 6 seconds.
Yeah, we're into turn 7 of your rage.
All right.
So you have 1 minute of rage, which is 10
Yeah.
rounds.
So I have 3 more rounds after this one.
Correct.
Trying to make sure I'm not cheating.
I wouldn't let you.
Come on.
Unless it wasn't a big deal like I, have in the past. If it's not a big deal, I don't care.
I'm gonna tree bar the hag we have up here still.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Reckless?
no, I'm not gonna do it this time.
Alright. Wouldn't have mattered either way. You'd hit. Alright. So 17 damage. Yeah, she's messed up. She is definitely not a happy camper. Seeing that the rapier is not doing as much damage as you'd like, you kind of don't really have many options magically besides the crossbow. Looking at the situation, you can see that there aren't very many places you could stand in the fight against her that would be beneficial for you to be able to shoot the crossbow. But yeah, how would you like to proceed? And again, the crazier the idea, the cooler, by the way. So
Right.
remember when you said I want to jump on a windmill and I was like, yes. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like do a John Woo dive with a crossbow.
That would be pretty sick, though.
I already have something planned out for it if that ever becomes a thing. Yeah. I'm gonna laugh.
Hint, hint.
I'm gonna laugh forever, and I hope everyone does too. But yeah, go. What you doing?
I think I would like to.
You do think to explain the room that you're looking at real quick, just so it kind of can give you some ideas, some ammunition for thought. There's another windowsill here.
Yeah.
The window does look like it is kind of grimy, but it does look like it's just an easy swing from the inside, just like the one downstairs that you exited out of. There do appear to be some boxes standing here, which you could probably get up onto to give you distance away from her. You just have to get over and through and around her. You could jump backwards because I have already rolled the percentile. The windmill is back to a position it wasn't last turn, so that it's directly behind you to catch onto it. You could maintain that position for probably one more turn before it gets out of distance, and you'd have to come down to the next one. Or you could drop back down to the first or the second floor and fight whatever they're fighting down there. There are a couple of options.
Because I can hear what's going on.
Yeah.
There, right?
Yeah. You
That's
heard.
what I was...
Yeah, you heard Alenia yell up, and you kind of heard it twofold because it's coming through the window you came out of.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'd like to. I was thinking about that because I was wanting to jump back on and then swing back into the middle floor.
Okay, so you could, based on your current stance, you're holding the rapier. You're gonna have to drop it and grab the crossbow as your item interaction. Okay, if you want the crossbow, you could then jump backwards towards the windmill blade and fire off a shot, and then kind of spin around and catch it, like John Woo style, and then drop down to the balcony below. Or you could just grab the crossbow and drop down. It's not too far a fall, and kind of hit the balcony below you, and then be at the window to be able to shoot in at whatever's down there. But again, do you want a parting shot on this one, or do you want to deal with what's downstairs?
Let's try to do a parting shot.
All right. So as you John Woo dive, the raven that I mentioned kind of starts flying past you, because it's definitely what happens in every John Woo movie.
Yeah.
Just birds flying for no reason. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Love this.
He's like, I want to watch this shit.
Oh,
Hit.
Hey, it's a hit!
Give me the sneak attack.
Oh, shit. That's not too bad.
All right. So everyone outside or inside kind of watch as she kind of like spins around, gets pushed back, turns back around to you all, and then kind of snaps back to look. And you see Sen kind of crossbow goes through her head, slides right past it. Hero's kind of standing there like this. The bolt or the arrow goes right past him, slams into the wall behind him, and she falls to the ground with a gaping hole in her head. Meanwhile, Sen hits the windmill blade, sees the aftermath, drops down kind of the blade, and then hits onto the balcony below. Damn.
Well, I think is this your first kill spot? Like,
Is that the first time you killed something? I think it might be. For Sen. Sen usually starts fights, never finishes them. They are definitely.
I didn't even start this. Well, no, I did start this one.
From your current
Not this particular one.
From your current position, you can see the back of the creature that is engaged with Alenia. You see what is probably about 4.5 feet tall, with massive, kind of like weird, impish kind of goblin ears, kind of like a face that you're not really seeing because you're looking at the back of it, but its body's kind of like a grayish green and it's covered with like the pustules, and the smell of it is even wafting out there. The greenish gas it's emitting from it is even flowing out the window that you opened. It's pretty nasty. You can also kind of loomingly tell that someone else besides the thing is in the room behind the nasty demon creature you're looking at the back of. Hero,
So I can actually see this and not
yeah.
see it like I'm.
Yeah.
Can't see it right
You can
now.
kind of see half of it. You can kind of see the back of it.
Okay.
Hero is on turn 4 of his being held, or this is his 4th turn. So he finally succeeds as the bolt snips past and he goes, ah! I hope I didn't wake my wife up. He will end his turn. I had to do it because the bolt almost hit him in the face. All right, the hag will cast a spell at Alenia. Let's see if it works. Gotta read because I know it has an effect. Phantasmal Killer. Wisdom saving throw from the cleric. Great call. Where is she? Wisdom saving throw. Oh, she failed. This could be bad. Okay. She falls. You see her brain.
shit.
You see her like her hands kind of go up. Her shield in one hand. She drops the mace in the other, and she kind of reaches for her head and kind of and falls to her knees. Then kind of tumbles down the stairs a bit.
Oh shit.
The demon will climb the steps and is now standing directly behind you, Aveline, walking over the fallen cleric. And it will fight you. All right. 17 hits. Right? What's your AC? 16. Okay, so both attacks will hit. You're going to take 5 from the slash, and you're going to take 6 from the bite. It kind of swings in with its claws, and then as it kind of snaps past, it kind of reaches down with its teeth and bites into your arm. All right. You're up.
What are we dealing with here?
It is adjacent to you. If you want to, Aveline, I'll give you a free religion check. These are pretty common creatures in the... yeah. Did you... My stuff is lagging. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just lagging. Oh, there
Yeah,
we go.
yes, it's
It is
definitely the
lagging,
both
yeah.
of us. But yeah, this is what is known as a dretch. A dretch is a very low but very common form of demon. They are hideous. I'll go ahead and post one in the Discord there for you. They are basically just the minions of the 13 gates, or the 13 hells of this world. They serve as servants, guards, minions, and that's what's fighting you. It smells really bad, but you don't know that because you don't smell.
Cute.
All right. I want to get away from it.
Okay. If you move away from him, he will get an opportunity attack. And the only way to go is up the stairs and behind Hero and Nodder. Or you can attack him.
I can't use my action to.
You can disengage. Yeah, you can.
Okay. I'm going to do that, and then I want to go ahead and go behind the.
Okay. You see that there's a ladder, and above the ladder, there's a trap door that is shut. Your presumption is that leads up into the domed portion of the windmill tower. Mm-hmm. All right. Alenia is going to make a death saving throw.
It's scary times.
She succeeds. That's 1 success. If she can get 3 successes before she gets 3 failures, she stabilizes. All right. Nodder? Around and down?
Yeah, I'm going down, and as I go down, I was like, I see Hero wake up. I'm like, I was ready to have to carry you down the stairs. Come on, let's go.
He gives you a typical Michael, come on. One of those. All right.
How far do I get before I see my next enemy?
They're literally right there.
Hey!
Yeah, I can't show you. It's literally, yeah, right there.
It's that demon, isn't it?
Yeah, we're multi-level fighting. I can't. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this. I'm gonna move her down the steps because she would have rolled down. I'm gonna pull you down to right tippy top of the steps. Now you're on the bottom level there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's right there.
The banister thing is really weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of it again. I don't like. They're goofy.
Like I see like a sliver of everybody.
It doesn't even have railings on that one.
Oh man,
so weird.
It's messed up down here. Damn.
Hey, I can finally see.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, let's bash this little guy out.
Little.
Cute.
Yeah, he's tiny. What a pipsqueak. Tree bar, two-handed.
You bet. All right, so as you're kind of trundling down the stairs, you see it and you go, oh! And it just gets split in half. And as you're kind of cutting into it and cutting it in half, instead of expecting like the body to kind of fall with a nasty, sickening splat and kind of like, you know, the gore, the horrific nature of your deadly work, instead it pops. It's a solid hit, and then it just kind of goes, and there's just black, like weird fog for a second that quickly distends. Doesn't do anything weird, but it ceases to be on this plane.
Does it have any taste?
It tastes like butts. It tastes like pus butts.
Oh, I don't want to taste that. Oh, my mouth was open.
You shouldn't have asked the question. We could have avoided this whole awkward portion of the fight. You do see that the one hag who floated through the floor is downstairs, standing over Alenia.
I thought she rage quit.
Shh, someone told her to come back. Sen, if you're kind of hopping into the window, you will see that she's right around the corner there on your side.
Yeah, I just want to... Oh, wait. Damn it. So close. Can I hop in through the window over Alenia onto the stairs and then like...
Yeah, you can use your...
like a tuck and roll and then like a...
Well, you're cool because you can disengage as a bonus action because you're a rogue. So you can go ahead and pop in, disengage, and move up the steps without provoking an opportunity attack, and then shoot from there.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Fucking wreck.
Take the shot. That'll hit.
Yeah.
There's just regular damage on this one, no sneak.
No sneak.
Alenia is not conscious to count as it.
11.
All right. She looks very wounded. The arrow kind of hitting her in the high shoulder blade there. Hero kind of uh, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. He can get 2 here, kind of rushing down. And he's going to go ahead and attack twice. Here we go. Longsword. Yep. And Shatter Spike. Yep.
Cool.
Usually opposite, but it
Pretty
works.
low and also not the greatest. Okay. Yeah, looks like it messes her up, though. She is just barely hanging on. You see her reach down, grab Alenia by the throat, and lift her up, and kind of press her against the wall. And as she does that, she kind of looks at you all and takes her true form. You see her hag hands kind of appear around the neck of Alenia, and she's looking at you, and she says, "You might kill me, but she dies too if you try it." And that's her action. And now we get into the points of fun
Fuck.
moral choices. She is readying an action to deal damage to Alenia. So, if she's attacked, she will get her attack first. That said, you're upstairs. You don't know what's going on. Do you want to go up the ladder and check out what's up there?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay. Alright, so you pop up to the ceiling, through the ceiling, and kind of pop in there, and you can find that there does appear to be the top portion of the windmill, and the bar that kind of goes out through the wall there. And there is kind of broken up portions and small little windows, like slits in the wall there, that you could probably squeeze through to kind of get out of. If you really, really wanted to, you could climb out onto the windmill blades if you wanted to. Probably not your thing.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do that.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and, well, since there's nothing up here, can I go back down to the ramp?
Yeah, it probably would have taken you about. I'd say, yeah, going up and then coming back down would be your movement.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and heal myself a little bit.
Okay. There is still, and I know it's not showing on the map. I'll go ahead and move her off the board. But this bed here, which I mentioned when she was popping through it, there is someone in it. Yeah.
I got my HP back.
Appears to be a teenager, young teenager, kind of strapped to the bed. Looks like she has some cut marks on her.
I want to kind of let her loose.
Okay.
If I can.
All right. I'll go ahead and add her to the board, and that's fine. Okay. It'll go to Alenia, who's going to make a death saving throw. Moment of truth. That's a failure.
No.
So she's 1 failure, 1 success. Now, I will explain to you, okay? If a creature does damage to a dying creature, incidentally, it does 1 failed death saving throw automatically, okay? But if someone intentionally is doing it, it counts as a critical success and does 2 death saving throws against that individual. So right now, at this current moment, if the hag gets her action off and it's successful, Alenia dies.
We gotta save her.
Can she be negotiator?
Well, it looks like we're in negotiations. She said, if any one of you tries to attack me, she dies. I got cats. I'm sorry. So Nodder, it's a very tense situation here. What do you?
Drop my axe over the side of the stairs.
You said just.
I just drop it.
Okay.
I drop it. I say, let her go and leave.
Hold on a second. My cat just rolled over on my keyboard, hitting the reset button. So I need to, not the reset button, but the refresh button. Okay, I think we're back. All right, we're back. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so you drop your weapon and say, "Let her
So
live
let her
and
go
lead."
and
Okay. Said.
Um,
Again, whatever idea you have, I'm not forcing you to do anything. I just want to let you know that there will be repercussions, obviously, for actions that are failed. Um,
mhm.
so we are definitely in a action movie cliche. Um, it's the greatest.
Yeah. Yay. Um,
And again, everything's on the table here. So you can do, I mean, you could try and be distracting and kind of bluff her, like maybe drop the crossbow, but then at the last second drop down and shoot it, trying to catch her off guard. Or
mhm.
you could, try to, when the axe hits the ground, kind of that catches her attention and use that split second. There's a lot of things that you can try to do here. Or you can take the safest route, which would be to drop your weapon.
Hold on, I'm looking at something. Um, I don't trust that. I think we'll just. Yeah, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it.
All right.
Can it's weird.
What is it?
It's not the best.
Let's. This is the stuff I'm digging. I love this. Give it to me.
So, could I transform, shape change
Mm-hmm.
into one of them?
Ooh.
Okay. Hold on a second.
And
Hold on a second.
because that would be my action.
It's your action to shape change.
Well, yes, because I have to use it as an action, I believe.
I'm double checking. I want to make sure.
I know it's might be a little different because most shape changes.
Most shape changing is an action, but I want to make sure. Shape change as an action. Shape changer. Yeah. Your racial ability is an action. Okay.
Okay.
So you're wanting to shape change,
Yes.
and so you're attempting to shape change into one of the two, the one upstairs, or the one that's at the feet. One upstairs, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And you are wanting to, as a part of that shape change, say something to try and bluff her, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to. Oh shit! I forgot her name. Say her name. The name that they were calling for, which I assume is the name.
This is definitely not going to be good for your role.
I know, but we're trying it.
I believe in you. I've always have. Okay. You say. Just if you don't know it for sure, just don't use it. That's.
Yeah.
But what do you say? What does Sen say? What do they say?
Are you my mommy?
All right.
I've been holding on to this for like all night because they're shape changers.
The shape changer, shift into that form. Are you my mommy? This is definitely a strange bluff, but I'm gonna give it to you straight. No disadvantage. Give me a bluff roll.
Oh my god.
This is gonna be like 0. Oh shit. Where's bluff?
This is so goofy and I love it.
I know. Oh, I can't find it. Where's bluff? Help me, I'm dumb.
It's deception. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like,
But
wait.
I don't see it.
All right. So you watch as she kind of loosens her guard and her grip, kind of looks at you curiously. Hero's not wasting any time. He sees the opening. He takes the opening. Actually,
Hero.
stopping for a second. Not my character. I do not want to take actions that you were not wanting and force you into bad situations. So, we're going to put it up to a vote. There's currently an apparent opening based on the bluff or deception. Do you want Hero to attack? Yay or nay? Stephanie?
Yay.
Elizabeth?
Go for it.
David?
Do it.
All right. I believe, as Michael would say, lead with Shatterspike. That'll probably do it. And then swing off with that. Not going to matter. That first one's going to do it. As he kind of loosens the grip, you see him kind of reach in with Shatterspike, drag it outwards, and kind of slit her throat, and kind of pull her back and away from the wall so she can't finish the action of killing Alenia. Alenia's body falls to the floor. As Hero's basically continuing to just kind of hold the neck and continue to saw at it and pull her away, Alenia kind of hits the ground about where she's at now, and Hero's kind of dragging this dying night hag down the stairs. Immediately after that, Aveline, you've just descended down the ladder and are kind of down there. You hear what, for speaking as a free action, and the only person who can heal in your party who's currently still standing is Aveline, but she has no idea what's going on. Sen, Nodder, what are you saying, if anything?
We need to get her a health potion.
Oh,
Well, I have one.
okay.
So,
Aveline, you hear them talking about health potions. Do you want to rush down
Yeah.
the stairs and find out what's going on?
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell this person to stay there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go downstairs and
Okay.
see what they're doing.
All right. You would see that Lenya is right down at the bottom of the steps if you want to rush down to heal her. If not, you can wait to see if anybody else heals her before you do.
I can go ahead and heal her.
Okay.
I've done enough running up and down the stairs.
All right. Go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on her then. Oh, tense.
That was so good. Like,
Oh my gosh. Are you my mommy? She is no longer dying.
I
Oh
was
man.
thinking about that
Solid play.
kids book. That kids book.
I was thinking of Doctor Who.
That would be. Are you my mummy?
Yeah, fair enough. More British. Apologies.
Are you my mommy? That's the little duck going. Are you my mommy? To everything.
Indeed. So yeah, Hero finishes off the night hag and kind of tosses the body down the steps unceremoniously, and then flicks the blades aside and resheaths them. After doing so, he kind of gives Sen a look like. And yeah, he is out of it. Alenia kind of looks up at Aveline and says, "Are we winning?"
yes.
Yes.
Atavius, bless us. Immediately after the fight, table's yours. What are you all doing?
Oh, well, I want to let everyone know that there is a hostage upstairs, or a former hostage, so.
Okay.
I had a healing potion.
Alenia kind of looks at you and kind of shakes her head and casts Cure Wounds on herself.
Here.
I don't need to use the resources. I've got my own.
I go down to check on Alenia, but Alenia's healing herself.
What a
So I'm
champ.
just like, ah.
I guess.
I give the
See
biggest
who
sigh.
this is upstairs.
Okay. You see a young woman. She looks not too dissimilar from some of the young folk you saw back in Volok. She has some cuts on her, but it looks like they're preliminary cuts. Strangely, they're very precise. Sen, make a intelligence check.
I'm not very intelligent.
Oh, well,
Apparently I am.
You're a city person though, and they've been around. They definitely understand the nature of a butcher, and what a butcher does to an animal. when that animal is brought in to be butched. They are cut in very precise and specific ways. And it looks like this young teenager, probably 12 or 13 years of age, was being prepared in such a fashion. As you're up there, you can see her kind of not talking, slowly beginning to cry. And she just seems to mutter one word over and over again. Morning, Lord. Morning, Lord. As you kind of inspect the room up here, you'll note that these weird crates appear to be kind of red colored. The red does appear to be patchy.
I can't see them.
Oh, that's fine. Sorry.
Okay.
The boxes that were across from the bed, they appear to be patchy in red coloration. It does appear that they are stained with this red coloration. There's two of them, one smaller, one larger. And yeah.
Cool.
There do appear to be a number of there's a pile of clothing, and it does appear that most of the clothing appears to be from younger individuals.
Well, that's concerning.
Some farmhand type clothing, some others, but nothing too discernible or noteworthy.
The secret ingredient was children.
Yeah, if you do inspect the downstairs again, the kitchen does seem to be littered with bones on the ground, small bits of bone rather. It does look like the setup area near where the frogs were located. It does look like there is a femur bone that looks like it's been sawed off at one end and was being kind of the marrow inside was being pulled out. It does look like there is a pie of some sort kind of burning in the oven there, and it does smell kind of charcoaly at this point. It's been let to go for a long time, and yeah, it does appear that they were making pastries of some sort out of children.
Are they the best pies?
I don't know. You didn't buy one.
That's
You shot her with a crossbow. The fight could have gone a lot differently had other things happened. But I presume 9 o'clock's the cutoff time, right?
Seems like a good place.
Yeah.
to
Okay.
stop.
So basically, the child will explain to you. They know how to get back to where they need to go. As you kind of step out of the location, you see the raven kind of look at you. The one that kind of flew about. And then kind of looking at it, you realize that when you jumped out, it was kind of near to you. It seemed to have been watching you throughout the entirety of the fight. It kind of flutters off and flies in the direction that you're going. And Lenya kind of nervously looks on after that. And a lot of you start heading down the hill, back onto the road. After taking a short rest, I presume we'll deal with that in the intermedium. Yeah, we'll go ahead and end it for tonight. Thanks for watching. Good to see people watching there. Kevin, thanks for coming by. And pick up next Tuesday.
Oh boy.
Later.
Bye.